Welcome to Glowtime with Jackie. It isn't about chasing youth, it's about owning your glow, reinventing your story, and showing up like never before. Glowtime starts now.
Hello, Glow Gang. Welcome to Glowtime with Jackie. Season 1 of Glowtime with Jackie is officially wrapped up, and I'm so grateful. I want to thank the listeners. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being my audience, sending me messages and rooting for me along the way. Thank you to my subscribers. For those of you who have subscribed, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't, this is your chance to go on and subscribe now. Thank you to my 13 amazing guests. So it's all about self-trust, expansion, ownership, courage, reflecting my own growth. I realized it was not ever changing my circumstances. It was just about changing my relationship with myself. It's about self-trust. It's about learning my inner voice. Even when it whispered instead of shouted, I have to listen to myself ultimately because I am the one that's in charge. So the decisions I've made honored my peace, my health, my future. It's all things that I needed to do for myself. It was about expansion, allowing myself to outgrow spaces, roles, and versions of myself that felt comfortable, but no longer was aligned with who I was becoming. It's about ownership. It's about taking full responsibility for my life, my choices, my happiness, and my direction. It's not waiting for permission, not waiting for for it to be the perfect timing. It was about courage, having the strength to walk away from what was familiar and the faith to step into something that's unknown, believing something was greater waiting for me. And most importantly, it's about choosing myself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that honored my worth, my growth, and my purpose. Because the moment you choose yourself, everything begins to change. And that's a layered glow. So I had 17 wonderful episodes with 13 very powerful guests and voices. We had conversations. These conversations stretched me, they empowered me, and hopefully they empowered you as well. This season, we went deeper than surface level conversations. We talked about what really meant to step into your power, not just the version the world expects from you, but the version that feels true to you, grounded and fully yours. Talked about reclaiming your power, especially after seasons where you may have given pieces of yourself away to relationships, expectations, fear, or simply just survival. Reclaiming the parts of you that were always there, waiting for you to come home. Reclaiming the parts of you that were all. It's about returning to who you were before the world told you who you needed to be. Honored sisterhood and alcohol-free living, on how choosing clarity creates a different connection, stronger boundaries, and more aligned with life. We talked about breaking the patterns that created new standards and realizing that living alcohol-free isn't a limitation, it's a liberation. We opened conversations around mental health, emotional wellness, because true glow doesn't only come from the outside, it also comes from the nervous system. Our nervous system can feel unsafe. We need to have inner peace and doing the work to heal from within. We talked about plastic surgery then and now, not just as a physical transformation, but also a deeply personal choice rooted in confidence, autonomy, and owning your body on your own terms. We explored perimenopause, menopause, and how understanding the biology allows you to support your body instead of fighting it. Listening that aging isn't a decline, it's a transition into wisdom and power. We also discussed healing modalities, biooptimization, from peptides to nervous system regulation, and how modern tools can help you feel stronger, clearer, and yourself. And most importantly, we talked about finding your voice. This is a very important part. Using it, trusting it, no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. But this season became much more than just beauty. It became about biology, mindset, healing, evolution. It became about becoming. That's what the whole message is, becoming. So I want to talk about my incredible 13 guests that I had. A few of them we did a part 1, part 2. Tori Raspberry, Erin Caldwell, Anastasia Shaver, Dr. Tony Reinke, Adriana Clausen, Cindy Ruzica, Joan Freeman, Jumi Adeyenka, Brandy Foreman, Rabia Elahi, Nusha Ruggieri, Melanie Diggins. Thank you all for being part of this journey. It's been incredible. You guys have been here for me. You're supporting me throughout this journey, and I am greatly appreciative of you. Thank you so much. These are the 13 powerful voices who helped shape this platform. Everyone bringing something of their own story, their own truth, their what they've lived, what they've experienced. These weren't just guests. They're women who chose to show up authentically, women who shared their turning points, their struggles, their wisdoms, and their evolution. Women who were willing to be seen not just because they had it all figured out, but because they were brave enough to speak from where they stood. Every conversation added a perspective, a new permission slip, not just for me, but just for everyone listening. And they're the ones that are helping shape this platform. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you so much for that. And what makes these 13 so powerful didn't just contribute to the conversation, they contributed to the mission. Glow Time with Jackie was never meant to be just my voice, it was meant to be a collective awakening. So, what I learned from season one: you're not just trying to glow, you're trying to evolve. Women want more than inspiration, they want education. These are the things I learned from what the feedback I got, from the messages I received, and of course, from the most viewed podcast. That women want more than inspiration, they want education. They want to understand their bodies, their hormones, the nervous system, their options. We want to know what's out there. We want information that was never taught to them, but should have been, because education creates awareness, and awareness creates choice. Women want clarity about their health, their identity, their next chapter. They're no longer willing to live in confusion, guessing, or silence. What we want, what our audience wants, we want answers. We want the help to make us be more aligned, help us make the decisions for our lives. And want empowerment, not only in theory, but in practice. We want to feel capable of our bodies. We want to be confident in our decisions, strong in our boundaries. Empowerment isn't given. It's realized when a woman is reconnected with her own authority. Empowerment isn't given, not perfected, not performed. They want honesty, honesty about aging, hormones, mental health, reinvention, relationships, healing, and becoming. Because real conversations create real transformations. Because the truth is, you're not just trying to glow, you're trying to understand yourself. You're trying to reclaim yourself. You're trying to evolve into the version of yourself that always was there, waiting for you to choose her. I want to highlight my most viewed podcasts. You guys absolutely loved the Peptides 101, the Glow Up Blueprint with Tori, Peptides in Real Life, and Unlock Your Body's Healing Power with Contrast Therapy with Cindy. So, what this tells me is that you guys want science, you guys want longevity, you want healing. You're no longer guessing. You don't want to guess anymore. You want real answers about your body, about your hormones, and overall health. You want science, not trends, but the truth. You want longevity and strength, energy, and a future that we can fully live in. All those things are important to us. And you want healing, physically, mentally, and emotionally, because this isn't about chasing youth. It's about taking ownership of your health and stepping into your power and clarity with intention. So what do you want for next season? Season 2, let me know. I really want to know. What do you want? More peptides? You want to talk about more hormones? Post-operative education, reinvention stories, mental wellness, relationship. I know I didn't really talk about relationship much on season 1, but that's something we can definitely get into. I want to hear from you. Do you want to hear more about menopause conversations? I want to know. So please message me, DM me, drop a comment. Let me know what you want to hear, because I want to make season 2 the best season yet. I want to talk to my businesses. If you're interested in being a guest on Glow Time with Jackie, or you are interested in sponsorship opportunities, please message me, call me. I'm looking for wellness brands, medical professionals, entrepreneurs, Houston based businesses, health and aesthetics. I want to know, if you're wanting to come on the show, let's partner up. Let's look and see how we can make season 2 amazing. Season 1 built the foundation. Season 2 builds the expansion. The glow isn't surface level, it's layered, and we're just getting started. On March 11, 2025, I was a guest on Her Opinion Show. I was on the show to discuss alcohol free living and thriving. At the time, my life looked good. I was in a relationship, I was stable, I was very comfortable. But I felt it. I felt that whisper, that voice that said there's more. So 1 year later, at 49, I'm happily single. I'm loving myself like never before, happily living alone, a Lola to my beautiful grandson, a podcaster, a micro influencer. I'm in the best shape and health of my life, a contender for Miss Health and Fitness magazine cover. I'm still a full-time manager in a busy plastic surgery practice. I didn't drop my responsibilities, I expanded them. Sometimes change isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Bet on yourself, start being delusional about your life. Anything is possible. The best is yet to come. On that note, thank you everyone for listening to me, for supporting me throughout the season. I greatly appreciate you. I am, always grateful for that. Thank you for applauding me this whole time. Catch us on the next season of Glow Time with Jackie. Like, share, subscribe, and keep glowing. Keep that glow.